Manda que le están dando una. No.
Lại tốt cuối tăng nào mà.
Lại rồi. Đi phân lên kia học bọn.
Tôi ra xuống.
Đúng. Không ăn được hạt lên.
Một khi tôi lên làm gì.
Mình ra đi không?
Có lẽ có sao có man.
อ๋อ
All are requested to mute their mics. Dear students, kindly mute your mics.
Start. Sir, can you hear me, Principal sir? Sir, are you there? I think we can wait for a few minutes. He is trying to join, I think.
চলে যাব লাগিব
Am I audible, sir?
জয়ন্ত শুনিছা?
Sir, শুনিছো, sir.
ছবিটো ওলাইছে ন?
ওলাইছে, sir, ওলাইছে.
ঠিক আছে.
Sir, start কৰো.
কৈ দিয়া.
A very good evening and warm greetings. I take the honor and pleasure to extend a warm and hearty welcome to everyone. Respected Principal, sir, Dr. Sabyasachi Mohanda, sir, Vice Principal of Gorgaon College, Dr. Rina Hendrik, ma'am, IPSC Coordinator, Dr. Surajit Soika, sir, and respected Coordinator for Career Counseling and Guidance Cell, Dr. Dilip Kumar Deka, sir. Today's research person, Mr. Shaitam Raheja, Master Student in IIT Gandhinagar. Today, we are honored to have such a distinguished group of faculties, eminent scholars, academicians, participants joining us today in this 2 days long workshop. Myself, Jointa Sunwal, Assistant Professor in the Department of Physics, Gorgaon College. On behalf of the organizing committee, take the pleasure to welcome you all to this 2-day long workshop on preparation for IIT-JAM, jointly organized by the Career Counseling and Guidance Cell in association with the Department of Chemistry, Physics, and the IPSC Gorgaon College. This 2-day workshop on 24th and 26th July 2023 will include talks from bright, talented students in India's top prestigious institutions in IIT Gandhinagar. The workshop aimed to provide platform for students who aspire to excel in IIT-JAM examinations. It is designed to suit different academic backgrounds and help participants to start their preparation journey effectively. During these 2 days, students will learn about the various aspects of the IIT examination and how to meet the requirements. They will also receive strategic advice to boost their confidence for facing the examination difficulties. To begin the workshop, I would now like to request eminent academician and principal of our college, Dr. Sabyasachi Mohanto sir, to present the
Jayanto, unmute yourself. I had muted all.
Pakizaman.
Yes, now you are audible.
Oh, now only audible line.
No, you had been audible just for a few seconds, 1 to 2 seconds.
Okay.
You can continue.
Okay, sir. So, principal sir, I request you to offer the inaugural speech, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much, Professor Jayanto Sonowal. A very good evening to you all. Dr. Rina Hendik, respected Vice Principal of Gorgaon College. Dr. Dilip Kumar Deka, Coordinator of Career Counseling and Guidance Cell of Gorgaon College. Dr. Hurojit Hoikya, Coordinator IQAC of Gorgaon College. And coordinators of this 2-day workshop on preparation for IIT-JAM examination, respected teachers and my dear students. And of course, I would like to welcome you all to this 2-day workshop, and I would like to welcome all our resource persons who are joining with us for this 2-day. Hello, am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. We have 3 resource persons, all are from IIT Gandhinagar, Sri Satyam Raheja, Kishan Devnath, and Roshan K. Thakur. All are studying in IIT Gandhinagar. I welcome you all, and I would like to welcome all the participants and offer my sincere thanks and gratitude to all the organizers for organizing this 2-day workshop on preparation for IIT-JAM. As all we know that IIT-JAM is a joint admission examination for getting admission into MSc or other PG programs in IITs, Indian Institute of Science, and NITs. So this workshop will definitely benefit our students who aspire to pursue their higher studies in IITs and NITs and Indian Institute of Science. And they will get an opportunity to interact with these successful students, successful scholars who have been ranked in the who got ranked in this IIT-JAM examination. So I hope this 2-day workshop will definitely benefit our students. They can get the information regarding how they will be able to apply for the examination, the format of the examination, how they will have to prepare to get success in this examination, to get through, to crack this examination, this entrance examination, and they will get the opportunity to interact with this resource person. That will definitely encourage them, that would be definitely benefited for our students. And I therefore would like to offer my sincere thanks to the organizers that they have been providing an opportunity for our students who aspire to get admission in these prestigious higher educational institutions of India. With these few words, I hope this 2-day workshop that is organized today, that is on 24th and 26th, would be a grand success and definitely be beneficial for all our students of final year and who are aspiring to pursue their higher studies in these prestigious institutions like IITs, NITs, and Indian Institute of Science. With these few words, I declare the session open and hope this would be a big success. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your informative talk, highlighting the importance of entrance examination to get into a prestigious institution for higher studies. Now I like to warmly welcome our guest speaker who have generously agreed to share his experience with us. Our esteemed speaker for today, Mr. Satyam Raheja, is from Uttar Pradesh, India, currently pursuing Masters in the Department of Physics, IIT Gandhinagar, which is ranked 725 in Best Global Universities and ranked 175 in Best Global Universities in Asia and 7th position in Best Global Universities in India. He has been a topper in BSc Physics from St. Stephen College under University of Delhi, and it is regarded as the most prestigious liberal art college in India and conventionally ranked #1 in almost all major science courses. He is a physics tutor at Arif Learning, which is a unique e-learning platform offering classes for a wide range of subjects, activities, and foreign language at affordable prices. He is a very bright student and has achieved a lot in his academic career. His All India rank in IIT-JAM is 298. He has also cleared ZEST with All India rank 91, which is the entrance for some best science institute in India like IIT-JAM and IISc. He is also a DSC inspired scholar, which is awarded to meritorious students with aggregate marks within top 1% of their class 12 examination of any state or central education board in India. We are really glad to have you with us today. Now, before continuing the session, I would like to request everyone to fill the registration form which is provided in the chat box if you have not done yet. Also, you have to fill the feedback form which will be also be shared in the chat box, which is necessary for issuing the participation certificate. So please go through this feedback form and the registration link. Now let's open our mind and heart to learn insight from his experience to clear multiple entrance examinations for higher studies. With this, I hand over this session to Mr. Satyam Raheja and would like to request him to give his speech. Satyam, please.
Yeah, hello. First of all, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to thank the entire college, the principal sir, all the coordinators, co-coordinators, and the career counseling cell. Like, they have given me the opportunity to interact with the students and to share my experience. This is really a big opportunity for me. And definitely, I will try my best to deliver whatever knowledge I have, whatever experience I have. So I will be really helpful to do, and definitely I will be very willing to do that. So let's start the session. So first of all, I would like to say that I would like to have the session as interacting as possible. So if you have any doubt, you can interrupt me in between as well, or you can ask your doubts at the last. So anything which is suitable for you. You can also type the questions in the chat box. So I will be sharing my screen. It will be good because otherwise it will be just a monotonous speaking me. So you can read from the screen and have a better visualization. So I would just check if I have the rights to share the screen. Yeah, so is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, Satyam.
Okay. Thanks a lot for confirming. So this is the two-day workshop, as already the respected members present here had informed you about regarding the preparation for JAM exam. They have already introduced me, so I'm not going into that. And definitely, it's my heartfelt gratitude to all the organizers and inaugurators. So let's directly start. So these are the contents that I would be covering, starting with the introduction, like why you should give JAM exam, eligibility, whether you can give or not, pattern for exam, a little bit about syllabus and how you should study, like the source of study, the application process, and some tips guidance along with your doubts. So this will be the process and this will be the content that I would be covering. So let's start with the introduction first. I'm sure every one of you know that what is the full form of JAM. It's basically Joint Admission Test for Masters. Here you can get the admissions in various courses. So these are the various courses which are offered, like the regular MSc, the MSc Technology, the MS Research, and some dual degrees related to a joint MSc and PhD program. Now, what are the participating institutes? Yeah, does anyone have any doubt? Yeah.
I think someone has unmuted themselves. I request everyone to mute.
Okay, so that's fine. So about participating institutes, as you know, that you can get direct admission in IITs, which is the admitting institute for the JAM examination. Now, in the participating institute,
I request everyone to please mute your mics. Otherwise, we are having disturbances.
thank you. So in the participating institutes, you can divide it into two categories. First category is the admitting institutes, and the second category is result sharing institute. So this is very important to distinguish the difference between these two. The admitting institute means that if you have if you have cleared the JAM examination with a good rank, you can directly have the counseling through the JAM portal itself, and you can get admission in IITs. But there are some other institutes as well, which give you admission on the basis of JAM rank, but they have some different process. So you have to fill a separate form for the institutes and the counseling process as per the institute requirement. So one of the result sharing institute is IISc Bangalore. As you must be knowing that this institute is really very, very prestigious, and it offers us the integrated PhD. Okay, and the second, you can see that the result among result sharing institute, we also have CCMN. It's basically a counseling process which is known as CCMN, and it includes various institutes like NITs, IISc Shivpur, and these are the some institutes that I have mentioned here. Before going further, I would like to just confirm, like, I hope my voice is clear and everyone knows English well, or should I use Hindi as well if some of you wants it?
I think you can use both or English also. I think they can understand.
Okay, so I will be using both English as well as Hindi. तो अभी मैंने सिर्फ ये बताया है कि जैम का मतलब क्या है, लाइक व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय जैम, व्हाई वी वांट, व्हाट आर द कोर्सेज, कौन कौन से कोर्सेज हम कर सकते हैं जैम में एडमिशन लेने के लिए, और कौन कौन से इंस्टीट्यूट्स है, विच ऑल आर द पार्टिसिपेटिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स in which we can get the admissions. Now, most of the information that I am sharing, you can find it over the JAM 2024 portal link. यहाँ पर this is the link, आप लिंक पर क्लिक करके चेक कर सकते हैं, और and I have also provided the QR link here, so you can directly scan this link as well. And you must be knowing that in 2024, the organizing institute for IIT-JAM exam will be IIT Madras. So every year they shift the process, like who will be the organizing IIT for JAM exam. So this is a very healthy process. So this time it will be IIT Madras. Assuming that till now these are the basic details and everyone knows about it, so I am going forward. Now, before we do anything, or before we are preparing for any exam or whatever we want to do in our life, it is very important to have a look why we want to do it. Like, we should not be just blindly follow anything if others are following it. We should ask ourselves why we personally want to do it. Like, what are the benefits, and if these things are as per our interests. तो हमको अपने इंटरेस्ट पर ज्यादा फोकस करना है, अपने आप पर फोकस करना है कि हम क्या चाहते हैं, then we will follow whatever are the benefits ahead. The first obvious benefit is, if you will clear JAM exam with a good rank, definitely you will get admissions to the prestigious institutes like I have mentioned just before. Now why this is important, like suppose you will get admission in IITs, then what? Will it make any difference? Definitely it has the difference in terms of its name, like you will get a tag for IIT, but despite that, the most useful thing here that we get in IITs are the opportunities and the facilities. Like suppose we have our library here where we can access almost all the books, and they update our library quite well. They have various other facilities. If you have a particular interest, you can join some interdisciplinary courses as well. So I'm just stating some of the benefits of being in IIT. So definitely it gives you more benefits, more opportunities, as well as the network and the connections that we build here that we will be very helpful in the future. Okay. Now, suppose you don't want to, you are not convinced enough to get admission in prestigious universities. That's fine, because some of us are much more comfortable in joining institutes that we like as per our interest. For JAM, there are other advantages as well. One of them is that it will enhance your CV. I hope everyone here knows what is CV. CV is the curriculum vitae. It is basically the reflection of all your achievements, whether academic or extracurricular, whatever you have shown here. And most of the companies or educational institutes also, like if you will go ahead, they will ask about your CV and the proposals as well. Okay. So this is a quite very important thing. Next, when you are preparing for any exam, so there are various things that you learn in the process. Like you learn how to manage the time, you learn what are the priorities among the topics. So basically you help in decision making, you learn the discipline. So it helps in your skill development. So in all these processes, what the thing which is important is the process. The result is itself important, but you should not forget the process and the journey in between. Next, if you are not interested in researching ahead, or suppose in studying ahead, so even if you will go for the jobs, the industry demands like you should be a little bit far, like apart from other people. हमें थोड़ा सा बाकी लोगों से अलग हटकर कुछ अपनी स्किल्स या फिर अपना टैलेंट शो करना पड़ता है. Then only the industry will be interested to take you, because there are many people, many students who are applying for the jobs as well. So it gives you an upper edge over the preferences when the people gives you. And definitely when you get admission in such institutes like IITs by clearing JAM, you get various educational benefits related to financial support. Here you can get scholarships, you can get tuition fee waivers. So these are some of the benefits that are really important, and for every middle class student, definitely before taking admission to any of the universities, they think about the financial assistance as well. So this is a quite important point here. Now, before going ahead, are there any doubts till now? Any suggestion if you have?
I think you can continue now. The questions will be put at the end.
Okay, sure. Thanks.
Most.
So now, first of all, I have given you introduction. What is JAM exam? Why you should be willing. Now, suppose you are convinced enough that you are willing to give exam. It has various benefits. Now, you have to think whether you are eligible for JAM exam or not. What are the eligibility criteria? So it's very simple. Most of you are undergraduate students. So if you have just completed your undergraduate degree, or you are in final year, in both cases, you are eligible for applying in the JAM exam. Now, I know there will be doubts for the first year and second years as well. Like, what about them, whether they are also eligible or not? Definitely, you can give exam, but even if you will clear the exam, like you will not be directly admitting into the IITs. So for practice, you can give the exam, but for getting admission through the counseling process in IITs or the participating institutes, either you have to complete your undergraduate degree or you have to be in the final year. Now, except this criteria, there is also some minimum education qualification. Like some IITs have approximately 55%, but it's not necessary. I have just taken an example here. Like when you will click on the website for IIT Madras for this JAM portal, so there you will find the option for the seat matrix as well as this to check minimum educational qualification. You can fill the institute name, like I have filled here IIT Gandhinagar. You can also type the discipline in which you want to apply, like for physics. So you can see here in IIT Gandhinagar, we have total 45 seat matrix, and there is no restriction for the essential subjects that you should have. So that you have to check for the minimum educational qualification when you will be applying for any of the institute. So definitely you are eligible enough. I know you will all do good in your undergraduate degree. So I am assuming all of you will be eligible to give the exam. So that thing should be sorted in your mind. Okay, so now it's clear you are eligible, you are willing. Now you will try to gather more details about the exam, like what is the pattern of the exam. So the exam is divided into 3 sections, section A, section B, and section C. Here we have different types of questions. So in section A, we have MCQ, which are multi-choice questions. Here you will just get 4 options and only one option will be correct. It's only single option will be correct. Here you will get 30 questions. So 30 questions वहां पर होंगे आपके लिए, and it is divided into 2 parts. 10 questions are of 1 marks and 20 questions are of 2 marks. Now you may be a little bit confused why I have written here +1, 0, -1 by 3. Here it depicts depending on whether you are answering the question and your answer is correct or your answer is wrong. So in most of the competitive exams, there is negative marking. So you have to take care of the number of questions you are attempting here. So suppose for the section A, for the first 10 questions, you have answered a question and it is correct. So you will get +1. If you have not answered it, you will get 0 definitely. And if you have answered but your answer is wrong, then it will be reflect -1 by 3. Similarly, for 20 marks question, if you will score, like if your answer will be correct, you will get +2. If you will not answer, 0, and negative -2 by 3. So you can follow the pattern. Now the important thing is here in section B, we have multi-selective questions. Here more than one option can be correct. So these are the most typical questions that we have in any competitive exam, because they check your entire understanding of the concept. And why they are important? Because if 3 options are correct and you have marked 2 options, then also you will not get any of the marks. So there is no partial marking. You will get +2 here only if all the answers will be correct. Like you haven't left any of the correct answer and you haven't marked any of the wrong option. Otherwise you will get 0. So here there is no negative marking. That's good. But there is also no partial marking. And here you will get 10 questions of such kind. In section C, it is numerical type questions. Here you will not get any of the choice. You will have to solve it and you have to write it in terms of mostly decimals, like the floats. In the questions, it will be instructed whether you have to write in terms of integer or you have to have it round off to 2 decimal places. So that will be instructed in the question. So we have 20 questions of such kind. 10 questions are of 1 marks and 10 questions are of 2 marks, right? And same is related to negative marking, 1 by 3, and it will be -1 by 3 and -2 by 3. So this is the pattern. So before giving exam, you should target. What do you think, which will be the most scoring of the sections present here? In most of the cases, these are the section A and section C. Section B, you have to practice more and more to have it at scoring level. Like generally it's not a scoring level, but the section A and section C are very much scoring. Now you know the pattern. You want to give the exam. Now before starting your preparation, you will search for the syllabus, like what is the syllabus. So I am showing the syllabus for the physics examination. Here it is divided into some 7 parts: mathematical methods, mechanics and general properties of matter, oscillations and waves optics, electricity and magnetism, kinetic theory and thermodynamics, modern physics, and solid state physics and electronics. These are the major categories. They have their own subtopics. If you want a detailed syllabus, you can scan this QR code and directly see the detailed syllabus. Maybe I can also show you some of the syllabus here. Yeah, so you can see this is the syllabus. Like here, these are the main headings, but there are various subtopics that they have mentioned in the syllabus. So before starting, you should have a look at the entire syllabus. I'm not going in detail. You have to just see what topics you know already, what topics are new to you, and you have to make your own list, which topics you are familiar with. So that will be your responsibility to do that. Now I'm going back to the presentation. Yeah. Okay, so you have seen the syllabus. If you think it's really a big syllabus, then it's just the names that are there. When you will start preparation, then all the topics are interlinked to each other. And after starting, it will not be much difficult. It just seems that there is a lot of syllabus, but actually, even you don't have to do all the questions. You have to make your own strategies, which topics, which concepts you have to be strong enough for. Now, it is the most common question that we all have. Okay, we know the syllabus, we know the pattern, we want to start preparation, but how should we start the preparation? Should we join any coaching institute or should we do the self-study? Now, on my personal experience, I hadn't taken coaching for any of the competitive exam, like for the JAM or JEST, for anything I haven't taken coaching. I was just doing self-study. So it proves that by doing the self-study, you can definitely clear the JAM exam and it's not much difficult. तो यहाँ पर जो भी आपको confusion है कि coaching लेनी चाहिए self study, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि coaching नहीं लेनी चाहिए, दोनों ही अच्छे हैं, पर आपको ये नहीं सोचना है कि self study से आप नहीं कर पाओगे. तो दोनों options आप लेकर चल सकते हैं. Maybe you can first of all try the self study part, how much you are able to cover. And if after 2 months you feel that you are not able to cover up and you need some help, then maybe you can join coaching. But I feel you should not directly go for coaching, because for these competitive exams, now you will join coaching. But when you will enter into IITs, you will not get coaching or tuitions here. You have to study on your own. You have to study books. You have to do assignments. So you have to do preparation, keeping in mind what you have to do ahead. So that's why self-study is really important here. Now, if you are interested in doing self-study, I have provided you a study material link. This is for the physics. So this link was provided by Shanu Arora sir. He is very good in teaching physics. I haven't taken coaching or anything, but I have just found this link over YouTube channels that we have. So through that, you can also follow this link. It's really helpful because it has all the books you want to follow subject wise. It has the previous year papers as well as some of the question practice papers as well. So you can have a look at it, and then maybe you can suggest if you want any other material. Maybe if I can help and find any other material, I can share that as well. So for coaching, I am not able to tell which coaching institute is good or not because I haven't joined. I can just say that I have followed these study materials. Most of the time I have followed previous years. So that's enough for JAM exam. Okay. Now, if you are preparing for the exam, you have to keep an eye over the application process as well. Like you can't just directly go for giving the exam. You have to first of all fill the exam and complete your application process. So just have a look at the dates. The application process for JAM will be open from 5th of September and it will be closed on 13th of October. So you have approximately 1 month. So you have to fill in between this range. And also the exam date is 11th February. Generally, we have 2 slots, morning slot and afternoon slot. So for physics, the exam will be in afternoon slot. But it's important that you can give exam for 2 subjects as well. As you can see here, in the fee amount I have mentioned that if you are giving only 1 test paper, then fees is different. If you are giving 2 test papers, then the fees is different. You can give 2 exams. Suppose you want to give physics as well as maths, so you can give that. You just have to make sure that their slots are not coinciding with each other. So one can be in the morning slot and other can be in the afternoon slot. You can't give 2 tests for the same slot. Okay? So that you have to keep in mind. Now in application process, I'm not going in detail because the applications are not open yet. And it is a separate, you need separate instructions to fill the application form. So you can have a look at it later. Now you're convinced enough that these are some of the things that we should do. We have looked at the syllabus, we have looked at the pattern, we have got some study material. But while you will be preparing, it will be good to learn from the experiences that all of us have while preparing for the exam. So here are some of the tips from my side, or the guidance you can say. First thing is you should have your strong motivation, like why you want to give JAM exam. अगर आप बहुत ज्यादा डेडिकेटेड तभी हो पाएंगे किसी भी चीज के लिए अगर आप लिटरली उसको अचीव करना चाहते हैं, यू वांट टू अचीव दैट, यू आर वेरी मोटिवेशनल इनफ टू डू दैट, then only you will be able to do that. Otherwise you will make excuses. So it's very important to find your motivation why you want to do it. Next thing is, whenever I talk to students about the JAM examination, or even my friends, they just say that we will start the preparation in the next month, or when we will get more time related to that, we will separately plan how to achieve it, and then we will start on. But if you will do so, then that time will never come when you will start the preparation. It's really true in most of the cases. You can be an exception, but it's good if you start preparing now itself. Don't waste much time in planning. You should have plans, short-term plans, but don't make plans which are really very long-term plans. And when you will start preparation, my experience says that the plans don't work in exact the same sense. So you have to modify your exams as modify your plans as you will go along. So make your strategies, but don't just keep making it and you're not following and starting it. So it's very important. And in any competitive exam, what matters is the confidence. Now you must have seen there are 2-3 kinds of students. One student who has prepared through the coaching the entire year, but he's not confident enough. So the confidence affects the way we read the question, the way we attempt the question, and there are more chances of attempting an error if we are not confident enough. Personally, I will say that the must thing or the pathway which have provided me to clear the JAM exam was the confidence itself, because I was ready to fail. So first of all, you have to be ready to fail. Then only you can be confident. And important thing, when can you be confident? When you are effort focused, not result focused. If you know you have given your 100%, you have tried your best, so you are focusing on your effort. If you will focus on the result, how you will give exam and whether it will be clear or not, then definitely it will affect your confidence. So I would say be effort driven, not result driven. That will boost your confidence up. Next thing is you have to keep solving previous year papers. If you are thinking that you will study the theory first and then will apply the question papers, then it might be possible that it would be late enough to do that. So a better way, there are strategies as per the student. Maybe you will do study topic wise and then solve the questions topic wise, or maybe you can do what I followed, because I was focusing most of the lectures in my undergraduate level. So I know some of the concepts there. So I was directly applying, solving the previous year question papers. And if I'm facing the difficulty, then I'm revising the topic or I'm learning the topic in depth. So this was the method that I was following. So even for the JAM exam, it is very important to follow your classes of undergraduate level very clearly. If you will have the basics clear, then instead of reading all the textbooks in detail, you can directly start solving papers, and then you can refer them back if you are facing any problem. By doing that, you have to keep preparing a formula sheet. If you know most of the formulas and know a little bit how to apply them, there are easy questions as well. It will help very much in scoring good marks in JAM. So you have to prepare a formula sheet. And definitely, before giving any exam, you have to manage your time, because if you know the answers, but you are not able to spend much time on it or judge which questions to attempt, so it will not be good for the scoring purpose. So you have to give mock tests for properly managing the time. Now, first of all, I am open to the doubts. I have just listed these common doubts that everyone have in our mind. When should you start preparing, or will you be able to clear the exam? So if you have these doubts, I can discuss on them. But if first of all, I will take doubts now. So whatever doubts you have, you can just speak up, or I will just try to read the chat box.
Satyam, yes, we have we have a dedicated slot for actually doubt clearing session.
Okay.
You can finish your slides first.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I was asking this because most of the things that I wanted to explain, I had already covered. So almost, you can see this is my 11th slide out of 12 slides. So
Hmm.
this is just the thanks page. So if they have any doubts, they can ask now.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Satyam. You actually very generously share your journey and your own experience. Thanks a lot. This is really going to benefit our students, and I'm sure they have learned many plans and strategies. And this session is going to guide them in their career path. Okay. Now I request my colleague Dr. Bidyut Vikas Hazarika to take over the question and answer session. Uh, Bidyut, do you hear me?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, there were some questions the students actually asked, and I told them to ask themselves, but there are certain questions they wanted me to convey to the speaker. Am I audible now? Hello?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. There is one question I want to ask here. And the students asked me to ask the speaker this question. Are there any recommended textbooks or study materials available?
Yeah, absolutely. There are some recommended books. Like subject wise, I have not listed them up because personally, I didn't get much time to read all of the books. So mostly what I was doing is I was just doing the previous year question papers, and I was referring the topics back from the book I like the most or I'm able to understand. So but in detail, I was not following any particular book for JAM exam. That's why I thought it would not be good to suggest any book if I haven't read myself.
Okay, fine. There is one more question. Means the students ask me, means I'm of the physics department, and they ask me which topics they should focus more. Means maximum marks will be carried on which topics, for example, classical mechanics or.
So generally, a little bit the scoring topics change as year by year. But if you are good enough in say quantum is really a very scoring topic. If you are good enough in a little bit electricity and magnetism and the electrodynamics, that's also a very scoring topic. For mechanics, I will say there are a variety of questions for which you need practice. So mechanics may not be so much scoring, but definitely it needs practice and you can do so. Like the students can easily do so. And for the definitely wave optics is scoring, and mathematical physics is also very scoring.
Okay.
So most of the topics I would say are scoring, just except a few topics.
Now I would like to ask some of the students are present here. I would like to ask them to convey their queries to the speaker.
Satyam,
am I audible to you?
yes, sir.
So there are some questions in the chat box I want to address.
Yes.
First of all, thank you for delivering so beautiful lecture. I hope it will enlighten our students. So first question asked by Saurabh Jyoti Dekadet. Is it possible to get fee waiver at IIT? So what are the criteria?
Yeah, definitely you can get tuition fee waiver here. The criteria is just related to income certificate. I think you should, the annual income of the parents should be, I think, less than 2.5 lakhs. And you should have the document like the income certificate issued from maybe Tehsildar or any government institute. If you have that document, and you just have to submit it, and you have to submit the bank statements and you can clearly get the tuition fee waiver.
Okay, thank you. So another question is that what are the mistakes that we should avoid during the exam?
Okay. So the mistakes are especially for during the exam, like not during the preparation, right?
Yeah. So I think they have to prepare like that. In the preparation process, they have to avoid those kind of mistakes so that they do not repeat it in the exam.
Okay. So everyone present here will agree that first mistake that everyone do is we start the preparation, but we are not continuing it. Like, so the continuity is very important in the preparation. So this is the mistake that most of us do. We just start the preparation, but we don't end it well. So you have to maintain your continuity. It's not that you have to prepare every day. Maybe weekly you can fix your target. Like weekly you want to spend this much time for preparation and rest for your undergraduate studies. So weekly you can decide it, but you have to follow a pattern. So continuity is the first thing that you should follow. Next is, I would say, students are stuck in the theory sections, understanding the concepts in much detail, that they forgot to practice the questions much. This is one of the mistakes that the students can do. Personally, I would also have done it, but from my experience, I have learned that that's why I said that I was doing preparation in the reverse way. But the front way is also good. Study a topic, practice the topic wise previous year question papers, but make sure that you should practice questions more and focus on the theory just as per it is needed for the JAM exam. For your knowledge, you can definitely read it back whenever you have much more time.
Yeah.
The third mistake I would say is, as I mentioned, related to the confidence that the students have. So best strategy is forget about the result. If you have prepared well, you should be confident. Whatever you have done, that you have tried your best, and what will you lose? It's just that you will get less opportunities if you will not get admission, but you will be happier. And in whatever institute you will get, you will perform much well than here as well. So not all the students who are admitting in IITs take the benefits. So it depends on the student. I know the college is important, but it's important the process that you are following instead of the result. And the last mistake is practicing question papers as well as the I will say the mock tests. So if you will follow that, then you will be in a good situation. So just do these things and definitely reverses the mistakes that you don't have to do.
Yeah. So one more question is there. Is there any online resources to solve previous question papers, or where they can attend the mock test? Is there any online platform to attend those mock tests?
Yeah. So regarding the mock tests, so even the IIT Madras or whichever will be the institute every year for the JAM examination, they release their mock tests. I think 5 mock tests they will be releasing around the exam, like maybe 1 month before the exam, they will release the 5 mock tests. But apart from them, if you want to practice mock tests, there are specific institutes which just provide you mock tests in just maybe 500 rupees. So there are institutes, but if you will say free online material, then I think mock tests, free mock tests, you can give one only for the respective website if there are any coaching institute. So one mock test was generally free. I think there is one institute, IFAS, they offer mock tests weekly basis, Sunday to Sunday, they are free. So you have to keep on searching a little bit, but it depends. Like even if you are taking mock test in just 500 rupees, I think that will be worth enough.
Okay. And one last question. She has wrote that if a student has a gap in career for say 2 to 3 years, are they eligible for IIT-JAM examination?
For 2 to 3 years, I'm not sure enough. Maybe I can check and revert back because I don't want to give any wrong answer.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but most probably I think the person should be eligible for it because that's the there may be some responsibilities due to which the student was not able to continue studies.
Yeah.
There should be some option there.
So thank you. One more
Can I
request is
interrupt?
that, one more request is that if you have any online platform to perform those mock tests or any resources to solve the previous question papers, kindly share with us so that we can convey it to the students.
May I interrupt? I think there is one more question. That is how to maintain college study as well as JAM preparation. Here I want to request our participants to fill the feedback form, which is necessary. Okay. Satyam, can you answer?
Yeah, sure. So also regarding the feedback form, first of all, I would say I'd also made one feedback form. So it's up to the students if you want to fill only that one. It will be good if you will fill this one as well. It will just give me an idea like whether you like the session, what are the things that I should improve. So it would be good if you will fill this feedback form as well. And regarding the doubt that how to manage the studies, like college studies as well as the JAM preparation. So the main thing is you don't have to miss any of the college studies or the college classes for the preparation of the exam, because that's what I said, that whatever we are learning in at undergraduate level are important things that are coming in the JAM exam. So maybe one of the argument or one of the concept that you will learn in the undergraduate level will be quite important for your JAM exam. So you should not miss classes for JAM. You should have an extra time, right? Now, that's what you mean by managing time, like how you will get the extra time. So that's why I said that if you are not free enough, maybe you have long classes, hectic classes, it depends on the days as well, then you can follow whatever I said about the preparation on the weekly basis. And maybe in the college, when you are close enough for the exams, you can spend more time to the college preparation. When you think that college studies are a little bit relaxing, like initially in the starting phase of each semester, we know that the studies are not so difficult, like not so hectic in the initial phase of the semester. Maybe at that time you can give more time to JAM examination. So you have to just see like which are your free slots. But best thing is, if you are not free daily basis, weekly works for most of the students.
Okay, thank you. So our alumni Pritam Fukan has told that there are no age limit for IIT-JAM. So it is a very informative. So therefore, Pagizaba, I hand it over to you.
Okay, I think we have come to the end of the presentation. I would like to thank especially you, Satyam. You have explained everything in a very simplified and nice manner. And for giving your time, I know how busy you are. And for this session, you have to miss your physical exercise class, for which your percentage is 80%. The attendance percentage that you need is 80%. We are really thankful for that. I think our students, you can type your email ID here so that they can, if they need their information, they can ask you sometimes. Oh, here I can see your mail ID. Okay.
Yeah, maybe I can share over chat box as well.
Okay. I think it will be better if you can share here. Now, Jayanto, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
So I think you can end the session.
Okay. Thank you, Pakidaba. Thank you, Satyam, for sharing your thoughts and your experience in and answering all questions in a very generous way. Okay. Now I come to the end of the first day. First day of the 2 days social preparation for the IIT-JAM, and I would like to offer the vote of thanks now. I, on behalf of the organizing committee, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Principal of our college, Dr. Sabyasachi Mahanta sir, for providing all possible help along with the guidance and organizing this workshop. Thank you, sir. You have been a constant support and have given us a lot of encouragement. We offer our sincere gratitude to the esteemed resource person, Mr. Satyam Raheja, for sharing his valuable thought for the benefit of our students. Thank you, Mr. Raheja. Next, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to the esteemed Vice Principal of our college, Dr. Rina Handik ma'am, for his invaluable assistance and encouraging words. We are also grateful to the Program Coordinator, Dr. Pakiza Begum, and Cell Coordinator, Dr. Dilip Kumar Deka, for their kind support and guidance. We appreciate their cooperation and organizing the workshop in a timely and efficient manner. They have been instrumental in ensuring the quality and success of the session. Next, I'd like to thank HOD of the Physics and the Chemistry for their constant support and encouragement. We also like to offer our heartfelt gratitude to the organizing team and the members of the technical team. Last but not the least, I would like to thank on behalf of the organizing committee, all the participants, esteemed colleagues present here for this valuable session. Looking forward to more such inspiring and informative interactions in future ahead. Finally, I would like to thank all of you present here for making the time to be with us today and helping us make this event a grand success. With these warm words and kind messages, I move to the end of the first session of the workshop. The next session will be held on 26 August, Saturday at 7 p.m. And I request everyone to attend the session. Thank you. With this, I declare the session is end.
Thank you everyone for listening to me patiently and giving me this opportunity to interact with all of you. Thanks.
Thank you very much, everyone. So we are ending the